everyone, this is Tuzia and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do the second week of the 14 days 14 portraits challenge, and it has finally ended, and honestly I'm kind of relieved because drawing every day takes your living soul. It was so hard all in all to produce each new piece every day, but I had fun regardless. It was kind of it took a lot of effort, but then again I learned a lot throughout the week. So I'll just show you what I learned, what I did, and how the second week went. First week was kind of May, but second week it starts getting interesting. So yeah, just sit tight. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tuzia, a semi-realism fantasy theme artist who has been drawing on Instagram for a while now. Joined YouTube around a month ago, and if you want to see more drawing videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and support me on various platforms. So if you have watched the last video, which will be in the link in the description box below, it was really long. It was 25 minutes long, and I don't think anyone's attention span is that long enough to stick with me till the end. So what I decided this time is, while simultaneously showing you the speed paint kind of thing in the last video, I'll also talk about the drawings that I made throughout the week and just talk about what I learned along with them in general. That is I thought that is kind of efficient, and you don't have to go through that long video. So let's just get started with that. Okay, so day 8. This drawing, I was really proud of it when I made it, because there are a lot of things that have improved significantly in this drawing, and one of those is the fact that my drawings have started looking more sharp in general, the area around the chin. If you noticed all the drawings before, the area around the chin was not so details on the features were not so defined, because I didn't understand the idea of how contrasting colors work, and I've totally ditched the idea of purple, because I realized that making it more natural color and making a different kind of contrast is actually more fruitful than in general. So this is what I did on day 8. It is kind of a really drastic change from day 7, because you can actually quite see the entire change in day 7 and day 8, and I feel like day 8 had gone really well, and it just keeps getting better, unless at some point, yeah, and this is about day 8 was about. Even at this point I was religiously studying WLOP's tutorials, and I was actually down studying all his images, that all the artworks that he had done, and tried to copy what he was doing, in respects of lighting. That is, I would see a piece by him and see where the light is coming from and try to form the light in the same way that he was doing it. So basically I was just in terms of lighting, I was just simply copying what he was doing in his drawings at this point. Day 9, I love this too, the entire vibe. So with this, one more thing that I understood from him in general is that you need to have your subject, you need to tell stories with your drawing, and you need to have your subject in a background or in a context. If you can do it, even if it's a portrait, try to give more context and a background to your subject, because that will kind of tell a story of its own, and that is extremely important. And here I'm trying to do that by showing she is in this woods kind of place. She's an elf, and there is leaves going on there, even though it's just her head, it already has kind of a place to give imagination, to let imagination roam free. I would say this is really good in that sense. Okay, day 10, and this might just be the best drawings I have made in like the entire 14 days challenge, and I loved it. Everyone loved it. This is like this cute girl who's like kind of sleepy. I love her. I love everything about her. And I actually downloaded the references again from pexels.com, and in this picture I think the things that need to be worked on is actually her clothes, because I had no idea how to make clothes. I need to learn those things too, but like the face came out great, the lighting came out great, whatever this story this picture is trying to portray, I think it kind of did with her expressions and all that, and everyone really liked this drawing, and even I like this drawing. So this is what day 10 looked like. We all know like artists have a syndrome, and no one really talks about it. Some people talk about it, some people admit it, some people don't, and that is making women's faces way more than making men's faces. I don't know, like a lot of artists specialize in making females rather than males, and I don't want to be those kind of artists, but I end up being that kind of artist at the end of the day. But still, day 11 I decided I want to make a male, and I was like, I need to make a man, and I ended up making this guy, and he looks kind of feminine in a sense. Like, he is like a beautiful guy, I would say. And I really could not portray the kind of masculinity I was trying, but then again, it was a challenge. I needed to take it upon me to make this as masculine as possible, and this is what I end up with. I wasn't really happy with that. I was like crying, saying I cannot men in general. So yeah, this is what day 11 looked like. Do I know how to make men? No. Does it stop me from making them? Absolutely not. So day 12, I'm like, I need to make men that look like men. At least. That was the entire goal of this picture, at least in day 12. And I was like making him, like really trying so hard, taking all the references pictures in and trying to portray it as much as possible. At the end of the day, one of my friends said that he looks like Robert Pattinson from the Twilight, and I was really just relieved by the fact that he actually told me that this looks like a dude. I was like, this just needs to look like a dude, and I think I got it right. So yeah, that is about day 12. This is what it looks like. I really need to work on men. I think from this point on, every piece I do, I should do it alternatively, like women, men, so that I can take all the, I practice simultaneously on both the characters, and I don't end up having the syndrome of only drawing females. Day 13. Oh my god, I love this picture. Not the drawing, but the reference picture. It was really good. It was so good. Like, the reference picture had like so much of story and so much of emotions in it. I couldn't really portray everything that was in the reference picture, but this is really beautiful. Again, from pexels.com. You should really check it out. So finally, day 14. I was so happy with how this drawing turned out, the drawing that I'm making right now. The entire process of 14 days challenge was really fun, and one of the biggest things that I really appreciated in this 14 days is the fact that a lot of people, a lot of artists and a lot of people from the art community came in, and they would be like, oh, I saw your video and I think this would help you. And that was really nice of them, because no one really does that to other people. But there were like a lot of people who were giving me feedback, giving me tutorials to watch so that I could understand more. And if you're watching this video you know who you are. So I'm so grateful for what you did with that gesture. I'm really, really grateful for that. And even for everyday pictures, there are a lot of people who are like making me like giving me feedbacks as to this is wrong, this is right, the angle is wrong, the symmetry is wrong, this is right, this is really good, and you did this nice. Like those kind of feedbacks I like got constantly from like a lot of people in throughout the 14 days, and I'm really grateful for that. I wouldn't have been able to like practice or like be motivated to draw every day if it weren't for those people who are like constantly giving me feedback as to how to make myself better, because that was the entire point of this challenge that I did. And I feel like I grew a lot as an artist in general. What do you think? So this is of day 1 and this is of day 14. If you think I grew as an artist, you can comment down below. We can always talk and chat about it. If you want to give any feedbacks, please do. If you want to give any tutorials that I can learn, you can comment down below, or like find me on various platforms and be like, hey, you could use this because I really appreciate that. In general, I'm also an artist that is learning, and I want to learn with all of you. So that's about it. That's the final product. I had so much fun doing this. It kind of was really struggling at times, but I really had fun, and I really thought I grew as an artist by this challenge. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so that you can know every time I upload. And you can not only find me here, but on various platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and DeviantArt. You can come and say hi. And that's about it. See you guys next week. Bye.